All right, Jared, let's talk another area of the markets that's seen some gains this month as well. You actually wrote about this sector in today's morning brief. So this is up now on the Yahoo Finance homepage, but give us a deeper dive into some of the bigger names in the field that have come out of the gates and sprinting to start the year.
Yeah, broadly, we know that the NASDAQ has been the leader. Well, I guess I just said that a few minutes ago, but remember a few years ago, before the pandemic, maybe in the midst of it, but really going back to 2017, when we'd hear only a few stocks are driving the entire stock market. Well, that was the case, but guess what? That is back. Tech stocks, just a handful of them. In fact, in the case of the NASDAQ 100, 10 of them driving 88% of the NASDAQ 100 gains this year. And that falls under the familiar names Apple, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Alphabet, AMD, ASML, AVGO, that's Broadcom, Tesla, and NVIDIA. So a lot of chip names have made their way into that upper spot in terms of market cap. So interesting to see that play out. And I prepared those. You can see this chart in the morning brief, play around with it. But basically, the lower this is here, the worse the performance was last year. The more far right it is, that is the better performance this year. So this bright purple spot right there, that is NVIDIA up, what would I say, 85, 90% this year, but it was a dog last year. This is Meta, this is Tesla. So you can see there's been a huge comeback story, particularly in some of these mega cap names. And that's really what I'm focusing on, because when you think about what the bond market has done, it kind of crashed in March with that banking crisis. Well, that facilitated the tech trade, because people getting ahead of the Fed saying, all right, they're going to cut rates. This favors the growth trade. We're going to get back to low rates. Yeah, it's a good story, and it might happen, but I think people are getting a little bit ahead of themselves, so a little bit of caution is warranted here. Just think about the timeline. The dot-com bubble, that took 3 years. That was a 3-year bear market. We're barely into the second year here, guys.
As you mentioned, there a bit of caution, a bit of patience.
Patience.
Great stuff there, indeed. Thank you so much, our very own Jared Blikre.